Thank you very much for playing my game. See you next time. Okay. Oh, don't worry about this. I was just testing if the audio worked. Good song, though. Very good song. Anyway, I wasn't going to do this today, but it turns out that literally there's a million spoilers online right now. So if I don't watch this in the next 5 minutes, this is this, in case you were wondering. If the title didn't tip you off. If I don't watch this in the next, 5 minutes, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be spoiled. I hovered over, the end for a second, and I saw something I don't think I should have. I didn't look at that, so I don't know what it was. I don't know what I saw, but I saw it. It was a Ganondorf. That's all I know. It's not much, but the spoilers begin dangerous. Hold on, let me refresh this. There, we got a clean screen. We have a less clean screen than I thought. Hold on. Get out of here. There we go. Well, there we go. A clean screen. Alright. Even the recommended down there is spoiler, so, if I don't watch this now, I'm definitely gonna be spoiled on something. Hence the title. This reminds me of the Pac-Man from the last Direct. Look, shapes. Wow, so this is the real Direct. This is... Can I just say before we get into it, this is so much higher budget than the last Direct. What the heck? Why did they even put out the other one? I know why, because it was 40 minutes. The last one was 40 minutes. This is an hour! How is this an hour? They had a Direct last week! How much could they possibly have to say? Maybe that's why the last Direct was bad. Or maybe this is an April Fool's joke. Who knows? This was... No, this was today. This is April 2nd. But... yeah. Very elaborate April Fool's joke. They already spent more... They already spent more on this Direct than they did on the entire last one. And it's been 20 seconds. Let me know if it's a bit loud. Might be a little loud. But I'll just have to be louder. Even though it's late and I have to go to bed soon. Yo, are we getting open world Mario game? Is this Mario Kart 9? Nah. Holy shit! Let's go! Let's go! Yahoo! That is starting strong, I see. You know, I learned recently that apparently Mario Kart 8 was one of the best-selling Nintendo games of all time, and that shocks me. I had no idea. The graphics look great, I gotta say. It actually looks like they have good shading and good lighting. What is that, DK? Woohoo! What did they do to my boy? He looks a bit funky. Bowser looks a bit weird too. Wario's on brand. We're getting Waluigi again. High definition Waluigi gameplay. Yo, that's fucking sick! No way, dude, that's awesome! I was shocked. Is that a boombox cart? That's awesome! Why is there so much gameplay? Here's where they put all the good stuff, I see. So the Switch 1 is dead, that's what I've learned from this. Burger! I'm in! They turn into a farmer? What is this? Can you switch between two carts? No. What? That's sick. This is awesome. Let's go. That's freaking cool. Worlds. It can't possibly be as bad as the mobile game.
Hello everyone.
Oh, people.
I'm Koichi Kawamoto.
I don't know any of these
and
people.
I'll be one of your guides for today's Nintendo Direct.
One of many. Thank you for having us.
I'm the producer for Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh.
I'm Takuhiro.
Oh, so we're getting the
director
specs
for Nintendo Switch 2.
We're getting the tech specs. Linus,
and I'm
tell us
Tetsuya
what this
Sasaki,
means.
the hardware design
Linus,
lead
tech
for
tips,
Nintendo
please.
Switch 2.
What you just saw was Mario Kart World,
That's great.
launching exclusively on Nintendo Switch 2.
Something tells me we're going to be hearing that a lot today. Just call it a hunch. I get the feeling we're going to hear exclusive to Switch 2 a lot. I'm not saying the Switch is a glorified tablet, but its graphics card is literally from a tablet. I'm not saying, but...
Now, what do you think this brand new Mario Kart game will be like?
Looks great so far.
A brand
Oh, you get a
new
plane
entry in the
wings
Mario Kart
as
series
well as
is
parachute? That's
launching
awesome.
exclusively on the Nintendo Switch 2 system.
We're gonna hear that a lot.
Welcome to this vast world. Kart races are held throughout various regions that span the globe. Depending on the time of day and weather conditions, the atmosphere will change.
Ooh, the clothing on Boo is absolutely fantastic. You look ravishing.
And in
Truly
this Mario Kart game,
spectacular, sir.
you
Why
can
is there
go
so
off
many
the
people?
racetrack and drive virtually everywhere in this world.
Bold statement.
In the classic Grand Prix, race through 4 courses in a bid for first place.
Ooh, Starview Peak. Faraway Oasis.
But
There's
don't
just...
sleep at the
Wait a
courses
minute.
in a bid for
Wait
first
a minute.
place.
Normal animals in my Mario game? What? Sabawa? What is this? There's just animals, and they look weird. That's true, we have had Moo Moo Meadows for a very long time. Nobody bats an eye when it's a bunch of cows, but this looking kind of funky. It's time for funky mode. Woohoo!
But don't sleep at the wheel.
We're
You'll
going to
also
Disney World. Woo!
drive to the next course as
Very
part of the
animatronic.
competition. With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history, the competition
Did
is
he say-
24 drivers
I'm sorry, I was not listening. What did you say?
drive to the next course as part of the competition.
So you're saying it's like 12 laps, but you just go straight through. That's awesome. On the last lap, you just go to the next race. That's so cool. It means if you're last, you're extra doomed. You are extra ruined if you are in last now. There better be a power-up that like teleports you to 4th.
With 24 drivers in each race, the most in series history,
24? The Switch 2 ain't that strong, bucko. Calm down. Yo!
the competition is gearing up.
That's true, that's true. In Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, we already had 16, right? Didn't we have 16? So I guess it's not that huge of a jump, but 8 players, that's a lot.
Introducing Knockout Tour.
Dear gosh. Oh no, a survival game on actual races? Oh no.
Race non-stop from one corner of the world to another.
That's awesome. You must die. Jeez.
There are multiple checkpoints along the way. If you're below the placement shown when you hit a checkpoint,
Oh, no.
you'll be eliminated. Can you make it all the
Devastation.
way to the finish line?
No! That mode's gonna be strictly off limits
You
for
can
most
also
lobbies.
freely drive around this vast world in free roam.
Too many tryhards.
By going off-road, you can explore new areas and routes. So drive wherever your heart takes you.
I mean, it's an interesting idea.
You can also go for scenic drives with friends. And even take photos together at different locations.
I don't see that feature getting used much. You can be Pingu. Hey, look, it's the Double Dash course we hated. That was definitely the one we hated the most, even more than Rainbow Road. Dino Jungle. I love Dino Jungle, though. It's very fun. I loved it a lot as a kid when it didn't matter whether you won or not.
A brand new race across the entire world
Wait,
starts...
did DK look normal there? No, he did not. No, he still has... He looks like Chunky Kong. What's going on, buddy?
A brand new race across the entire world starts here. Mario Kart World!
Oh! Oh, they're making him closer to his look in the movie. That's what it is. I was wondering why. Like I was wondering why it looked familiar. That's why. They're making him closer to the movie. Oh, that makes sense. I don't. Yeah, I guess this is closer to the movie look a little bit. I guess. I liked his old look better though. Then again, I guess to be fair, nostalgia. I liked all of their looks better before. He's got beady eyes. I guess he always had beady eyes. You know, it's just nostalgia, I suppose.
The game launches on the same day as Nintendo
Launch
Switch
title.
2. More details about this title will be shared in an upcoming Mario Kart World Direct.
Oh, there's
So
a
be on
direct
the-
just for this game. Wow, that game did a lot better than I thought it did. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe did a lot better than I thought it did. Jeez.
Look out for more information in the future.
Mario Kart World launches on the same day as
Mario
Nintendo
Kart
Switch 2.
World.
We'll share more details in the future, so we hope you're looking forward to it.
Next, we'd like to introduce some of the new features
Oh,
of Nintendo
boy.
Switch 2. These are the Joy-Con 2 controllers for Switch 2.
Oh boy. They're just as bad. Nice. Gosh darn it, Nintendo. This control stick placement sucks. Why would you bring this back? Why is the home button still right next to the thumbstick? Why would you do this? I can't believe you've done this. To be fair, I guess it's slightly better because it's more to the left and down. Or maybe it's about the same, but it's more to the left, I think. So. Yeah, it's slightly more to the left, so maybe it's better. I doubt it. Still better than the D-pad on the Pro Controller. Oh, that's better.
And on the right Joy-Con 2,
Oh, look, there's like a copyright button. Huh.
we've added a new C button.
Ah.
Let's take a look at some new experiences it offers.
Oh, is this gonna be like a shift key? That would be interesting. Although if it is, I don't know how you would play with separate Joy-Cons then, because then the right Joy-Con would just have twice as many buttons, and the left would just have half as many. That's not good. It starts a cutscene. The classic gaming stance. Tongue out, staring at the screen, hunched
I'm
over.
still ahead of all of you guys. Woo!
Who are you talking to?
That was me. That was you. So quick.
Oh no, they've added a default mic to the Switch. No, my Unite lobbies, they're ruined. No.
Oh no! Wait, no, no.
Also, this absolutely just looks like Discord, does it not? This just looks like Discord.
No, 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 no.
Did they just recreate Discord on Switch?
Oh.
Introducing game.
Oh, we saw the Switch 2 here.
No, 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 no.
Nick,
So-
I'm coming for you.
No, I'm about to get
Come on, no.
There's a glimpse of the Switch 2, roughly the same size. I would wager it's roughly the same size. There's fewer vents on top, which is interesting. Same power button, volume button, screw, HD jack. The charging port is on top now, though, and I very much appreciate that. I think that's good. It's a little awkward having the charging port on the bottom, where you would want the Switch on your lap when you're gaming. So I do appreciate the charging port being on top now. That's really cool. There's the game cartridge slot in the exact same place. It looks to be of similar size, maybe. Using hands for scale and logo for scale, I'd say it might. Well, yeah, I think it's roughly the same size. The size difference is negligible if there is one. I can see the game card slot, the headphone jack. Charging slot on top, very nice. Vents on top, 3 bigger ones rather than 5 smaller ones. Interesting. Probably more effective. Volume and power. And there's a smaller seam in between the Joy-Cons and the Switch. There's not like the little notch taken out anymore. which I appreciate. Because I normally hold my fingers there, and that notch being there is kind of annoying. Not gonna lie. Is that a third button? I think that's a third button. Maybe that's the latch for the Joy-Cons? That's where it is in the main ones, right? Like there's Z, R, or no, there's R, there's Z, R, the trigger. And then there's like a little third notch down there, right above her like middle finger. Is that a third button, or is that a latch for the Joy-Con? I'm not sure.
Introducing Game Chat, a new feature for Nintendo Switch 2.
Oh no. I'm gonna get yelled at by children.
Hey, what's up? Can you hear me? Hello?
Hi, missed you.
With this feature, you'll be able to communicate with friends and family while playing a game.
Let's go.
Should we follow you? Yeah.
Yeah.
The mic quality is about what you would expect from a controller.
Go.
Okay.
For an adventure.
Oh, you got ups in this game. Look at that.
Okay.
You got ups in this game. Let's go, Mario.
While using the Game Chat feature, your voice is recognized by
There's that third button. It looks very suspiciously like a button and not like a latch, but that doesn't mean it's not a latch. It could be. That's very suspicious, though. Can you see my mouse? Excuse me. You see my mouse? I think you can see my mouse. I can't tell. I just assume you can.
by a microphone built into the system.
Oh, okay. But you're still behind me, right? All right, let's keep going. Okay. So
It can pick up your speaking voice clearly, even from a distance.
Oh, what's... Why did it break? What broke? I don't know what broke. Roll with it.
let's jump on here. All right, let's keep going. It's coming. Let's make a left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly, letting you chat with ease.
How did you
Yeah,
get hit by a
clearly,
bow?
sure.
Okay, now
Through
I don't
clearly.
believe that for a
Let's make a
second.
left right here. Let's make a.
When it's noisy around you, your voice will still come through clearly,
I don't
letting
believe
you
you.
chat with ease.
How did you get hit by a bow?
I can't even get the mic on my headphones to do that. I don't believe you. I don't believe you for a second.
okay, nice.
Noise canceling.
Beautiful. It's so pink.
And you can use this feature in handheld mode too, letting you easily chat with friends and family. If you open the chat menu,
You can screen. This is some Discord. This is some Discord looking menu. What is this? That's, to be fair, I guess that's just because it's the most popular one. It's the same on like all the broadcasting software. My teachers use like Teams, and they have basically the same thing.
and
But I'm gonna
turn
call
on
it
game screen
Discord
sharing,
because it's funny.
Good job, good job.
This is some 3
And
FPS
turn-
gameplay. It does look like my teacher's using Teams.
turn on game screen sharing,
This is some 3 PS gameplay. Let's go.
you can also share your game screen.
Did you see someone just like go on
It's
top
so
of that
laggy.
Really?
That's so funny.
You guys, I just did it.
I mean, no one's ever gonna use it, so that's fine, but it's so funny.
Oh, he's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Oh, no, 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 no.
Yay.
Okay. You can chat to your heart's
New Animal Crossing.
content, even while playing different games.
Oh no! Super Mario Wonder's here. So it is backwards compatible. Interessante. There's Kirby Forgotten Land. I think this is the Nintendo Switch Online Plus that has like the old NES games and SNES games. Mario Wonder and Animal Crossing. This must be New Horizons, because I mean it looks like New Horizons.
Yeah, I know that one. It's so hard, right? It's tough.
Oh wow! I'm like in the sky right here. I'm like, I fell. I'm falling,
You are
I'm falling,
dead.
I'm falling. Oh yeah, we got it. We're safe.
Kirby, look, you're a star. That's so cute. So cute.
You can adjust the
And
size
Pikmin
of
4.
your game screen.
Oh, what was down there? Just gotta make sure. Donkey Kong Country, I think that's Switch Online. Link's Awakening, I think, or that might be that's Echoes of Wisdom. That's Echoes of Wisdom. Mario Odyssey, Pikmin 4,
You can adjust the size of your game screen.
same.
Guys, I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
guys,
That's Mario Kart World.
I'm lost. Like,
Where'd you go?
Or or expand another friend's game screen.
Yeah, let's go.
That,
3PS
wall that's
gaming.
You're almost there,
It's
though.
just like the wall. Like if she gets past the wall.
This is where I have to do a little wall ride.
Okay.
So everyone can watch them play.
Oh, I think I know where you are. I think I know where you are. Wait.
Okay, I think we have moved.
Oh, that's true. This would probably be sick for hide and seek. That would actually probably be dope for hide and seek. I didn't think about that. That's actually cool. Hide and seek in Mario Kart World sounds like it would actually be pretty dope. I remember doing Unite and Seek. I wish we could do that again before they made too many characters broken.
Ooh, okay.
Fury also, all
Let's
bets
take
are
a
off.
picture here.
Okay, are you ready?
Smile.
Yay!
Oh, yo, that's sick.
I like your pose, Meeks.
On the right Joy-Con 2 controller, there's an additional button.
What could it do?
With the C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Tears of the Kingdom. Not super familiar with the game on the right. Then we have Mario Odyssey in middle right. Dr. Mario, which is again Nintendo Switch Online. Tears of the Kingdom left. Can't. What? Is that
With the
the
C
Peach
button,
game?
you can pull up a chat menu.
Or Paper Mario? I think it's
With
the
the
Peach game that I can't remember the name of.
C button, you can pull up a chat menu.
Oh, dang.
Oh, really?
I think so. I can't
Actually,
tell.
guys, I got a call coming right now, so I'll be right back. Yeah.
Okay, for sure.
Here, you can quickly and easily mute yourself and more.
Convenient.
And there's this.
That's nah. That is a privacy hazard. Nah. Pass. Face reveal when? Never. I'm not buying this. If this comes with the Switch, I'm reselling it on eBay. I am not plugging this in.
By connecting this camera to the system,
No.
Hey!
Hey, what's up? Hello.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, how's everyone doing? Good?
How to
you can
get
appear on
dots to
screen
one-on-one.
and video
I do not trust like the background editing on this. There's no way. I do not trust that.
chat while playing a game.
Your face is on here.
I play in pitch black too, so you would just see a black screen.
No.
Here's how it looks.
Like that
with
first
just
face
the
reveal
camera
I did.
feed.
Just a black screen.
There you go. I bet you like
Can
that.
you wait for me?
Please look forward.
Why does the camera have a higher FPS than the gameplay? How is that higher FPS? There's no way. There's no way, dude.
To games which use your camera feed like this.
Okay, that's funny. I'm not gonna. That's funny.
Oh, okay.
No, wait.
There's gonna be people online actively doing a make children cry challenge on Jamboree now. That's not. This is not a good idea.
Wait.
This is a terrible idea.
I'll let you
If I
fix
go a
it.
little more this way.
You ruined it. You borked it.
Using game chat.
Team left through.
Even when you're apart, you can play games and hang out as if you were together in the same room. Play together.
Yeah, exactly
or
like if we
compete
were in the
online
same room.
multiplayer games.
This is exactly what my eyes look like when I'm with the boys. 4PS gameplay. That's exactly what my eyes look like, yeah. Oh, Yoshi's Woolly World. Isn't that a Wii U game? How are they playing... Oh, this is Yoshi's Crafted World. Was that on Switch? That might have been, actually. I think Yoshi's Crafted World might have actually been on Switch. Never mind. It was on Switch. I remember. Yes, that was on Switch. That's Crafted World. That's Switch. Deep Cut. Donkey Kong Country, Tropical Freeze, one would assume, Smash Ultimate, and Luigi's Mansion 3. Nice.
Playing your personal favorites.
Left to right, in case you were wondering.
Decide
I
your
switched
own
it up on
rules
you.
for a
Get it?
retro
Switch?
game competition.
Watch out for the
Or
second
hold a
one.
sports
Wii Sports
competition
Resort.
between
That's
families.
Wii Sports with Nintendo Switch
All
Sports.
together,
Trash.
anytime, anywhere.
Worst Wii Sports game.
Game chat.
Changed my mind. Not the game chat, bro. I'm gonna get doxxed.
What did you think? In developing Game Chat, our goal was for you to enjoy playing online with others more closely,
Why?
including family and friends.
Why?
Almost as if you're all playing together in the same place.
X to doubt.
The camera you saw in the trailer is the Nintendo Switch 2 camera.
Oh, it plugs into the charging port. Oh, weird. So it's just like an actual USB now. I guess it always was, to be fair. That's how you transferred files, so I guess it always was like that. Here's confirmation that the charging port is on top, in case you were wondering. And then a Switch 2 dock with the rounded corners, which I don't dislike it, I suppose. The Joy-Cons, which look roughly the same. Maybe slightly better connection here, I don't know. Same terrible joysticks, good D-pad, buttons, classic. It looks like the buttons are a bit bigger. I feel like yeah, the R button is definitely bigger. And the ZR button looks bigger too. I appreciate that as a quite large person.
Which will be available on the same day as Switch 2.
I can't believe it. The accessory is available. No way.
A Nintendo Switch Online membership will be required to use Game Chat.
I can't believe it.
However, since we'd like as many people as possible to experience Game Chat,
Let me guess, you're giving away a 2-week subscription to get people to forget they're buying it.
it will be available without a membership for a limited time.
About right.
We hope you'll try it out.
Okay, so we know for a fact that the Switch 2 comes out before March next year.
Additionally, Game Chat supports the Nintendo Switch Parental Controls app, and different settings can be adjusted. For example, whether parental permission is always app, and different settings can be adjusted.
Look, old Bowser, the good Bowser. I like this better.
For example, whether parental permission is always required when a
Oh, you can ban specific friends. That's so funny. You can ban specific people who say curse words on the mic. That's so funny. First thing I'm doing, I'm banning all of you.
a child wants to use
No
Game Chat to play
for
with their
you.
friends.
We'd like to introduce another new experience you can share with family and friends.
Oh no. Oh, is this like the digital
On
cartridge
Nintendo
thing again?
Switch, even if you just have one game, you can pass a Joy-Con controller to a friend and play together. But on Nintendo Switch 2, you can play together locally on multiple systems using just one game.
Oh, this is what we wanted for so long. This is what we wanted from the Switch originally. Right? Remember when there was like a single game they made where you could put 2 Switches together and play with them? Right? There was like a total of 1 game that actually used that feature because it didn't really work right. We're finally getting what we actually wanted, is the ability to actually like play together on 2 Switches. That's sick.
With GameShare. As shown here, even games that require multiple screens can be played if one person owns a compatible game. With GameShare, you can temporarily
Oh wow, you can send it to a bunch of people. Oh, that's cool.
share compatible games with others who also have Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch system.
That's sick. Finally a reward for bringing my Switch everywhere for no reason and dropping it on the floor. Sorry, Switchy. Sorry.
You can share a game with up to 3
But
other
now it's
systems
worth
at
it.
a time. GameShare also supports online play with other Switch 2 systems, and you can use it with friends via Game Chat, which we showed earlier. GameShare can only be used with compatible games. This feature is planned for several titles, starting with a free update for Clubhouse Games 51 Worldwide Classics on Nintendo Switch.
That tracks.
GameShare support is also planned for select games exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2.
I feel like there wouldn't be a point in adding it if there wasn't. You're gonna add it to 5 Switch games and then nobody's gonna play those games anymore because the Switch 2 comes out? Of course not.
We hope you'll look forward to it.
Up next,
It sounds neat. It depends on if other game makers actually... Hold on. It depends on if other game makers actually like use that feature for anything. But even then, at least you'd probably be able to use it for some kind of LAN, so I'm okay with that. That's a cool feature just to have in the toolbox, you know? Secondly, did they just put those in directly? Because that's how you break a connection. What?
We'd like to show you the Nintendo Switch 2 system itself.
Please take a look.
We would like to play. What you mean by that? Okay, so the screen is bigger, but they
At
just made use of more of the actual real estate, because the actual Switch screen is pretty small when you compare it to the actual size of the brick. So that's an interesting way to do it.
0.9 inches, Switch 2 has a bigger built-in screen. Here's how that compares to Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. Oh, okay, so they
Switch
actually gave
2
us
has
a direct
bigger
comparison.
built-in screen. Here's how that
Interesting. Oh, so it is bigger. It is bigger, like I said. The button is bigger. The joysticks look... I mean, they look bigger here. Like, the edge is slightly wider. The divot in the middle is slightly smaller. So I think they are different joysticks, which, let's be honest, considering the fiasco with Joy-Con drift, that's probably for the best. If I can compare it to my Joy-Cons, yeah, they are definitely different. It looks like the rim is bigger, which I'm happy about that. I didn't have my finger slip off much, but it did happen sometimes. I'm okay with this. So the screen is slightly bigger. The Joy-Cons are slightly bigger. They're slightly rounder. I like that. The buttons are slightly bigger. Assuming this is to scale, but I mean... They are literally putting measurements on the screen. I assume they would assume people would probably measure it. That's interesting. The little, like, camera that the Switch had at the bottom. I don't recognize that. That's new. Like, my Switch doesn't have that. What is that? Is that from, like, an OLED or something? I don't know. That's weird. My Switch doesn't even have that. It has, like, the two little, like, screen ports there at the bottom. But there's no camera here. And the Switch 2 doesn't have it either. That's weird. What is that? Is that an OLED? Is that an OLED thing? Huh. I have a Gen 1 Switch, so I don't know. No, I'm not jailbreaking my Switch until I get a Switch 2. Then I'm jailbreaking the heck out of this thing. Nintendo, don't sue. Is there anything else of note? Like like I said, the R button is bigger. There's a slightly bigger gap in between the Joy-Cons, but like I said, there's no notch there anymore. So that's interesting. Everything else seems roughly the same. I don't know what this little camera is. I assume they just took a picture of the Switch OLED and that has it. Bigger D-pad buttons. I'm very happy about that. And they kept the
compares
screenshot
to
button.
Nintendo Switch.
The Joy-Cons are actually a bit thinner. It's weird. Wonder if it's going to be much stronger. They're hiding the third button. They're hiding it.
System's thickness remains the same.
Oh, it just looks thinner. Interesting. Yeah, the trigger is way bigger. It goes farther out and it comes further down. HD.
With approximately double the pixels
That's bold. That's a bold statement.
compared to Switch, you can enjoy games in greater detail on the 1080p screen.
Nice. Is that Boshi? I think that's Boshi. That is a deep cut. I'm pretty sure he's from Mario RPG, which I know they just recently remade, but like still, that is a deep cut. That is an old character. Speaking of old character, well, if you have double the pixels, let's see who else. Hey, look, there's Birdo in the background. What's that helicopter? I think that's Bowser, but it looks like Morton to me. What is this? He's squat. There's King Boo in the back there. Is there anything else we can see? No, it might be high definition, but it ain't that high definition. I can't even tell who that is. There's Bao Jun, Peach, Baby Mario, obviously. I think that's Wario back there? Can't tell. It's yellow. I think that's Wario, yeah. Is that Nabbit? Or is that just a Nabbit hat? I can't tell. You've beaten me. That's bullshit. There's no, pardon my French. There's no way it goes up to 120 when the Switch ran most games at 30. There is no way. I do not believe you. For 1 second. I do not believe you for a second. If you told me it was this, I wouldn't believe you. If you told me it was 75, I still wouldn't believe you.
The screen supports up to 120 frames
I don't believe you.
per second, allowing for
There's no way the Switch can run. There's no way the Switch 2 can run that for more than like 4 hours. There's no way.
smoother gameplay in supported titles.
Or Mario Wonder. I mean, this is just what was on the OLED, right? So.
The LCD screen is more vivid and supports HDR, providing more contrast between light and dark areas of the images.
I'll trust you on that one because I don't know. Linus Tech Tips help. I don't understand. Oh, they're magnetic! That's probably safer than just snapping them in.
Two Joy-Con 2 controllers connect magnetically.
That's pretty cool.
Strong
actually.
magnets keep the controllers firmly attached to the
Firmly
system.
grasp it.
Detach a controller easily by pressing the release button on the back.
Okay. Confirmed, that is just a latch. Yeah, no kidding. SL?
The SL and SR buttons are bigger
those are the
for
ones that are
greater
written
comfort
inside,
and
yeah.
control when playing with a Joy-Con 2 held horizontally.
Which I don't think I've done yet, so.
The left and right sticks are
Yeah.
now larger.
Thank you. What?
Each Joy-Con 2 controller
Oh,
can
yeah.
be used as a mouse to play with compatible games.
I forgot about that. That's why they made the Joy-Con buttons bigger. I forgot about that. That's such a weird feature that I'm so absolutely down for. It's never going to be used in anything. But I'm 100% going to use it for anything I can. Also, for Unite. I'm just saying. Could work. Right? Right? I'm just saying.
Both the left and right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls. Left
And a mouse for left-handed people. Let's go.
right Joy-Con 2 support mouse controls.
In case you were wondering, I am not left-handed by choice. I was ambidextrous until I said, there's nothing for left-handed people. I'm being right-handed as a child, and I've never gone back. That's not true. Everything I do with my left hand, I cannot do with my right hand. I'm absolutely still ambidextrous.
By adjusting the audio balance
I've tried.
between
Doing
the
stuff with
ranges,
my right
sounds
hand
from
that I
the
do with my
built-in
left, I
speakers
can't
are
do it.
clearer
It's
and more natural
terrible.
in handheld and tabletop modes.
No, not the
It has a
mic.
built-in microphone, so you can voice chat with friends anytime via game chat.
Not the mic,
It
bro.
also uses noise-canceling technology to filter sounds, so your voice will come through clearly.
Not a chance. I don't buy it. Ooh.
Even if you don't have a surround sound system, games can be enjoyed with more immersive, three-dimensional sound, as if it were coming from all around you.
I've got bad news for you. My ears aren't surround sound. That did nothing for me. But I thank you for the thunderstorm sounds, because they're making me sleepy. And I need to go to bed after this. So thank you. Don't ask, long story. That just makes me sad.
Place your Nintendo Switch 2
Oh, they made the terrible stand on the back not terrible, I hope. Fingers crossed. Double crossed. Toes
Place
crossed.
your Nintendo Switch
Cross
2
everything.
however you
Cross
like
the
with a
arms.
large,
Cross
sturdy
the legs.
stand. You can move
Cross
it
the
freely,
tongue.
like this.
Oh, it's so much better. Ah, I almost cramped doing that. Jeez. I should have gone cross-eyed too.
You can move it freely, like
I'm just looking at the top there. Yeah, it's about what we saw before. That's fun. They put a little plus down there to make sure that you knew it. I'm sorry. This like chipboard just sticking out gives me anxiety. What does it look like on the Switch 1? Surely it's not that big and obvious. No, it's like such small electrodes. They're so small. Like, huh? What? Just having giant electrodes there exposed, just it gives me anxiety. Ugh. I just
Like this.
Like, obviously there's no way for it to actually get in there and then twist to cause a problem. Like, it's more or less child-proof, right? Because the only time you would not have the controllers on it would generally be when it's docked, and then, like, it's more likely to have the screen chipped by something than to have the electrode broken off on one side. Although we could end up with, like a broken Joy-Con issue, where, like, it just keeps happening. Like, people throw a ball at it, and then it just breaks the chip on one side, and you can't put your Joy-Cons in there anymore. But that shouldn't be too big of a deal when, realistically, you can still play with the Joy-Cons, like, disconnected. So it's not like that really matters. Of all the vulnerabilities, that's probably the least impactful one, right? So even if it was somehow worse than it looked, I mean, it would still be fine. So. Oh, there's two!
In addition to the USB-C port found on the bottom of the system,
the normal one
there's
is
one
there.
on top as well.
Oh, that's cool.
It's handy
Hey,
for
that's
connecting a
pretty cool.
USB-C camera or charging in tabletop mode.
Yeah. That's pretty neat. Wow.
Nintendo Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage.
Oh, default.
8 times that of Nintendo Switch for storing your game.
Oh, the
download
Switch 2 games
internal
are looking
storage.
kind of beefy. Also, you know we gotta go through this frame by frame.
8 times.
Yeah. Alright. Bowser's Fury, Splatoon 3, Luigi's Mansion 3, Wonder. Well, Switch Sports, trash. That one is tiny. Splatoon 3 is somehow the biggest of those. Oh no, Luigi's Mansion 3 is bigger. Animal Crossing New Horizons is huge. Probably because they kept adding so much content. Mario Maker 2. Super Mario Maker. 1-2 Switch. Who remembers that game? Oh man, I can't even remember. I think I got it. I can't remember. Never played it though. Where, move it. Smash Bros. Ultimate is a thick boy. That is thick. That's most of the original Switch capacity right there. Hot dog. Gosh dang. Dang, boy. You thick. Jippery. Yo, Tears of the Kingdom is another thick boy. Let's go. That's without DLC. Gosh dang. Look at Odyssey. Right? Forgotten Land. 51 Clubhouse. That's a tiny. Echoes of Wisdom is bigger than that game. How? It's all graphics. That's all the graphics. That's all Echoes of Wisdom really was anyway. It was just a bunch of graphics and models. That's all the game was. Alright, Tennis Aces. Who remembers that game? I don't. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Ooh, I didn't know that was on Switch. Pikmin 4. A beefy boy. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Fire Emblem Engage. Oh, those are a couple of thick boys too. ARMS. Nobody remembers that. Mario and Luigi Brothership. I need to play that. I need to buy it. I don't even have it yet. Game Builder Garage. Nobody remembers that either. Look how small it is. It's the tiniest one. It's so small. It's so small. Representative of how many people played it. Metopia, fun game. Yoshi's Crafted World. Told you. And it is on Switch. I was right. Ah! Yoshi jump scare.
Storing your game download, internal storage. 8 times that
Nothing
of
new.
Nintendo Switch for
Nothing
storing
new.
your game downloads, save data, and more.
Hooray!
Reading and writing data is also faster.
Hooray! Better loading times.
Use the
Maybe that'll be
Nintendo
good for
Switch
Unite.
2 dock to connect.
I wasn't paying attention. There's no way. Oh, that dock is actually kind of thick, though.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2 dock.
Damn, boy, she's thick. Gosh dang. It's twice as thick as the Switch. Gosh dang. Okay, fair enough. You might have been able to fit another Switch worth of actual, like, processing in there. I believe you. I did not expect it to be that thick. Oh boy. There's no way there's going to be any Switch games that are 4K. Did you see what Game Freak put out? There's no way any games are gonna get 4K. Not a chance. Maybe some remakes or like console swaps. You know, like if we got like a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 game on the Switch 2. We've gotten some of those on the eShop before.
Dock to connect.
Oh yeah, what's the dock inside look like? I didn't actually pay attention.
Use the Nintendo Switch 2.
Looks like roughly the same connections. I don't see anything particularly different.
Dock to connect to your TV and enable.
Another USB, an extra USB slot, one HDMI, one LAN. A lot of that's empty space. Why is so much of this backing empty space?
Up to 4K resolution for compatible games. HDR is.
I'm not sure I believe you anymore. So much of that is empty. Maximum of 60 frames per second. I mean, that's all you really need, right?
Also supported in TV mode.
720. This is gonna be a loud one.
Nintendo Switch 2 dock has a built-in fan that keeps your system cool.
Neat.
This helps keep performance stable. On Nintendo Switch 2, you can play Nintendo Switch 2 games, as well as compatible
I mean, you say compatible. I'm not sure what wouldn't be compatible.
Nintendo Switch
But I'll
games.
take your word for it.
Physical and digital games are supported.
Thick. Click. How far are we into this? Oh god! It has been like half an hour and we're not even 20 minutes in. Oh no, I need to stop pausing.
You just saw, Nintendo Switch 2 isn't simply an improved Nintendo Switch. We redesigned the system from the ground up and packed in lots of new gameplay features. And to help players better understand the Switch 2 hardware, we're currently developing this game. Mr. Kawamoto!
Mr. Who now?
Hello. My current location is actually inside the game itself.
Oh, I thought you were going to say in the Switch. Ah!
This is Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour.
Ah, I see that they learned from PlayStation's Astrobot, making an entire game to explore the console's new tools. I see they've taken note. Smart.
Exclusive to Nintendo
There's little
Switch
angry
2.
faces on there. That's adorable.
I'm standing over here.
Little eyes with eyebrows. Oh,
Okay,
never mind.
everyone, join me inside the game.
Oh no!
There are a lot of question mark icons here. Let's examine
What do
them.
it do?
This sign reads, "Where are the magnets?"
Where could they be?
The Joy-Con 2 controllers attached to the system with magnets.
It's a secret.
And those magnets are inside the system.
Whoa!
The SL and SR buttons on the